he's gotten a lot of feedback, he said, from people here saying how much it's meant to them that the protests have come to this area. As you can see, very dark, not a lot of light here. It's hard not to cough. Goes in your nose, down your throat, you can feel it. At this moment, just in the last couple minutes, we saw 2 Chattanooga police officer vehicles drive in this direction. They were actually escorting one truck who we saw park right in that direction, right at the entrance of the Children's Hospital. And take a look at this neighborhood and these trees down right here. If you look over on this side, power lines down over there, one of the homes damaged, but through it all, the Dixon family spreading a message of hope. This is what it typically looks like anytime this time of year. The outdoor dining space here at Charlie's Barbecue mainly empty, but if you come out here, we look down, we see 15. That's the number of parking spaces they have. Just seeing kind of the track over the past 24 hours, past 12 hours, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. kind of being within that range of where we would see the most rain and the most wind. There was so much early voting that there were questions on just how busy election day itself would be at certain locations. A lot of talk, of course, about staffing issues and, of course, raising wages to bring more of that staff in. The 2 questions here are when and how folks will start getting these shots. If a surge were to present itself, Park Ridge officials say this is just one of the areas where potential patients could get assessed for symptoms. The school district says this is what we're looking at right now. We got one box that includes 40 rapid tests. For Lawrence, it all started on this court back in the early 80s, making shots right here with his teammates. It was a period of Mocs basketball many fans call the glory days. We've seen a pattern here, right? We've seen chants, similar chants over and over again. These guys worked together on it, spent a whole day on it to make sure that it was here tonight, to make sure people saw that. If you show up to the hospital needing a bed, will there be one available? And speaking about those kids on the bus, there were some older kids that spent some time, or in that moment, stepped forward to help in this. We talked to one of those this afternoon. Her story is, for lack of a better term, pretty incredible. Cheyenne Lawson is no stranger to being a strong member of this family. She's taken care of her older brother for years, who battles with cerebral palsy.
From that, it caused him to be paralyzed on the right side of his body.
So when it was time to take the lead, even while she was in pain, Cheyenne stepped up.
And she was hurt, and she didn't even act like it. So she went beyond and above and beyond to take care of her friends. We
spoke to Michael Lawson and his daughter Wednesday afternoon, just the day after investigators say she and 31 other Meigs County students of all ages were hit head-on by a utility vehicle that lost control.
Next thing you know, you're just flying around, and you just start hearing screaming.
And I got her calm, and she said she was okay. And I said, well, you guys got to get those little kids off the bus.
Cheyenne said she was running on adrenaline when she and other high schoolers quickly cracked open the side exit and began helping the younger kids out.
They're tiny, they're all alone, and they're hurt, and they need help, and you have to have that mindset to let them know that it is okay. Even though something like this just happened, it's okay.
The day before her 18th birthday, Cheyenne had a mindset beyond her years.
She's doing all right. She's a little banged up.
And while she and many others grieve at home, this phone call was from Meigs County High School, telling her she did well.
You know, even if you don't know somebody, you know, if you see them having a hard time, try to be there for them. Comfort them in any way you can.
From this view, it might not look like anything special, but trust us when we say this is high tech.
Back up pretty quickly.
These ultra-low freezers tend to be a minimum of 10 times more expensive than a freezer of the same size.
As the Hamilton County community awaits vaccines any day now, plans to store them correctly is high priority.
We've offered to other various clinical partners, we've offered storage.
Baylor School's molecular lab is helping out. Unlike clinics across the area, they have access to these ultra-cold freezers and have space to spare. Dr. Elizabeth Forrester tells me in the next week they plan to loan a smaller chest freezer to IKMartinez. It's a clinic that's helped in quick result testing for months, an alternative to the county health department's Alstom site.
But we're trying to set our clinic up to be in a position to hopefully be able to help our community with timely access to COVID-19 vaccination.
IKMartinez tells us their timetable for shipments is unclear, but they don't expect it to take much longer once our main hospitals get them. The celebration impacts each student differently. Some find themselves smiling, others move to tears.
Let's hear it for our veterans.
I was just thinking my brother, because he's in the military now and my papa and his papa were. So I was just thinking about it.
Sixth grader Palin Anthony, even at just 11 years old, knows what it means to appreciate those who serve. You proud of him?
Yeah.
How much?
Words can't explain.
Palin's one of select students who got to experience an early showing of Cleveland Middle School's Veterans Day program.
What life lesson did you learn while you're serving that you still carry with you today?
It brought back memories for myself of my many years of serving.
At the heart of those experiences, selflessness.
People have sacrificed their lives so we don't have to do it.
Reporting in Cleveland, Kim-Martinez, News Channel 9. When William Neely and his wife Catherine got married, they made a simple deal.
I won't talk hunting and fishing. You don't talk volleyball and basketball with me. And we got along good.
It was a perfect system. Meanwhile, outside the home, Catherine Neely's passion for sports was all out for show.
It was a trademark.
Neely's dedication was coaching.
She has been very competitive all her life.
More specifically, inspiring young women to reach higher.
She helped get them to college on scholarships.
Well, most coaches have a unique way to motivate their players. For Coach Neely, it was taking the nets during practice and raising them about 2 inches above regulation height to make her players jump higher. Safe to say the strategy worked, and her players say they still apply these lessons to their everyday lives. This is how much of an impact Neely made. Several of her former players, now full-grown adults, came back to East Ridge High on Saturday to honor a legendary 56-year career.
There are plenty of seats on the other side over there.
And a beloved person who will be deeply missed.
My counselor, my disciplinarian, and boy, she was good at that. And my hero.
In mid-November, Neely, already ill, died following a battle with COVID-19.
We have no idea how this came into our family.
I still think about her. I caught myself talking to a empty chair one night, and she wasn't there. And I just miss her. It happened too sudden for me, because we always thought I'd be the first to go.
While the feelings are still raw, this provided a moment to reflect.
There's the one word that represents her family.
And smile about all the people she motivated and the many hearts she touched. Reporting in East Ridge, Kim-Martinez.